Yeah, hold on. Yeah. Okay, yeah, hi. So, welcome back to Aes'Taldon on the beginning.
Nope.
Because fuck, I fucked
Yes,
that
we're
up.
still
I
not the
fucked
beginning.
that
We're
up!
still
We're
not the
not the
beginning.
beginning! Aes'Taldon Evil Begets Evil. Oh my god. It has been so damn long, okay? I'm not even used to running this one anymore.
Who are you people?
What is this game?
What is this game? Where am I?
What characters do you play?
So yeah, we're back. Hooray. Um, and yeah, I am going to do recap because it's been so long and I'm, nice like that. So I don't even remember what
Okay.
happened. But yeah, so not we, because I'm the DM. They were in the what is that? In the Dwarven Mountains. In the Dwarven Mountains, they have finished fighting Grassbow, a guy from Q's past. He got his shit wrecked because he couldn't, get any of his spells out. He couldn't summon anything. And, action economy basically kicked his ass.
He just sucked. It's cool. He just sucks. It's cool.
So, aside from that, they all went and kind of had a conference with the Dwarven Council. The Dwarven Council essentially just told them, like, hey, we can help, but there's only so much we can do. Like, we don't really want to be involved. We're kind of keeping to ourselves. But regardless, they did offer their assistance as long as one of their own was brought back to them. No matter what. Alive or dead, as long as she was brought back to them. And they are currently looking for Bonnie, who runs Bonnie's Bang Bang from Rarick Docks. So they end up also running into an old acquaintance of theirs named Sweet Roll. Sweet Roll's a tabaxi, and she owns Sweet's Treats, a confectionery, bakery, whatever you want to call it. She does not look like herself. They notice that she's emaciated. Her tail has been cut off, and her basically her digits for her paws have also been cut off. When they inquire about how to get to Grimheller, Sweets showed them a chalk that she owns that will basically lead them to whatever shop she owns as long as they know the location, and she takes them into Grimheller. But she does ask them to find a sleeping bag for her. And that's essentially where we left them. They have entered a burned down shop. And they are currently trying to figure out what to do.
Oh yeah, now I remember why I was so angry last time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck this fucking elves.
And yes, we had heard some voices coming nearby, I believe.
Yes, from outside of the out of the shop. So, those of you that are, well, all of you actually have entered the shop, and for the most part, as I have mentioned, the building is burned almost just down to the beams holding it up. The ceiling is open. You see that there are large holes in the walls. And from where you're at, you are kind of behind a little counter, and you can see the front doorway, if you will. You hear voices on the other side. They're kind of very low, muttering to themselves, and you hear a couple people laughing.
Damn, can you clicky us where we are on the map just so I know? Okay, thank you. Spatial awareness.
First time.
Thank you.
And if it hadn't been established last time, Noman Q, whichever, would have whispered as we went through, or after we had gone through, that Radomir is involved with what happened to Sweets. And let's see, I don't think he would have been able to describe the other figure. So yeah, he would have just pointed out about Radomir.
Is
And we can hear voices. Can we tell how far away they are? Because it doesn't seem like where we're at currently provides a lot of like visible cover.
Cover.
Yeah. Or concealment.
You can't see them from where you're at, so you can almost see the street itself because of the wood kind of having burnt down and collapsed around itself. So you can essentially see the street. You don't see them there, but you do hear that they're relatively close by. So you would assume it's probably a patrol kind of within one or two buildings from you.
Okay. Can we tell how many people there are? Or is it just a jumble of voices?
It's just voices.
Okay.
so
And we definitely saw Perch armor at least once.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So this will take the last of my like high-powered energy, but I mean I could cast the mansion and give us a place to hide and run to if we need it.
Might be reasonable.
I just want to let you know this is pretty much the last big thing I can do today, though.
Save it. We might need it. Hopefully not. But yeah, Arthur's gonna look around. I think it would probably be Thin that he would look at first. Because he's gonna pointedly look down at his full like plate armor that he has, and then back over to Thin, who's probably wearing robes. Thin,
Yeah.
come here.
He's
See
gonna
if you
just
can't find the source of the voices, and try not to get spotted.
okay. Ooh.
Oh, I can help with that. Um, and I'm. Are we? Is he going out now? I could. Be
I would think
careful.
I I will be.
I can hear you. I'm sorry. I missed the end of that.
he, he just kind of raises an eyebrow. I will be.
Well, I just. Oh, then I'm just going to like put my hands on his face and cast greater invisibility.
Mm.
Oh God! And then I'm gonna roll stealth. Maybe roll stealth. I'm gonna fucking do something just horrible. Waste it. Okay.
Don't waste this.
I would like to try to sneak around.
Where's your greater invisibility?
And see if I can see where these voices are coming from.
All right. If you can roll me stealth, please. At advantage because you are invisible.
No, you're supposed to roll it twice. Why didn't you roll it at advantage? Okay, I'll just roll twice.
Oh, it was almost.
Yeah.
All right. So you, as you have greater invisibility cast onto yourself, you disappear before everybody's eyes, and using your monkish abilities, your blades sinking essentially, kind of learning how to move light, quick. You dodge over any kind of pieces of wooden beams or anything like that, trying to keep off of anything that could leave tracks behind you. And you make your way out onto the street, making kind of a note to step in almost like a puddle. So, in case there's any dirt or anything on your foot, it won't leave footprints. Are you going left or right?
Where does it sound like the voices are louder from?
Roll me an active perception, please. You can tell that they're coming from the left.
That I'm gonna try to sneak towards the left.
All right. So, heading towards the left, you know that you would be heading closer towards the center of town. And you make your way past this small little stand, essentially. And you see that there's a young man, probably in his late teens, early 20s. And he's gathering some things, look like herbs and whatnot, on his stand, and you see the guards are there and they're kind of heckling him. And he's doing his best to ignore them, but they just don't seem to give up. You see them kind of knocking things off, and this kid sighing. He continues to collect his things, put them in his bag. The guards kind of moving to stand on either side of him. And you see one of them kind of reach out to put their hand on his shoulder. So, where'd you get all these things, boy? And the kid doesn't say anything. He just kind of shrugs the guard's hand off his shoulder and continues putting his items away into his bag. And the other one walks up. You answer when you're spoken to. And the kid stops. And he looks up at the second guard who's approached him. I got them from your mother. And you see that guard immediately swing at him, knock him onto the ground.
It has a mission, but it's really hard not to do something. How many guards are there?
You can see two of them with him. But you are aware that you're closer to the town center where most of the people would be.
Crap.
At this point, you would be right here.
Hold on, ping that one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the group is where right now? Are they just roughing this kid up, or is it like they're actually gonna like leave him for dead?
It just looks like they're beating him up.
What race is this kid?
Roll me. Are you trying to figure out what race he is, or are you just like in passing trying to note it?
The guards. I'm trying to figure out if
You know that the guards are elves. Like, there's no doubt about it. The guards are definitely elves.
Yeah, I want to see what the kid is.
Are you actively or passively trying to?
Actively.
Okay. Roll me a active perception then, please. You can tell that he's human.
Does he look like he's from like a poor part of town or something? I'm trying to figure out why they selected him out of everything. I'm thinking it might be because he's human, but I don't know.
Roll me history.
Oh, great. Never mind.
Bruh.
Great.
That was about to be a 1. Having done some work here in Grimheller, you know that the poorer regions or anything outside of this main circle area, kind of this upper part of the hill would be the air quote richer area, and then as you progress further out from the town, it is the slummier parts. The kid does not look like he's from the slums. He has decent clothes. Not well off, but definitely better than most people.
Ooh. What ends greater invisibility?
Nothing.
Okay, thank God. I'm going to use my ring of telekinesis to pick up an apple or something that's near these guys and hurl it at the guard's head. And then I'm going to kind of like, okay, I'm going to leave it at that and try to move on. I'm going to pay attention to see how he reacts though.
We'll really get this kid killed.
Hey,
I
no,
think-
it came from somewhere else. It came from behind him.
I think my concentration. So if somebody like hits me randomly and I lose concentration, then you lose it.
Or just for shits and giggles, you're just like, Finn's probably up to that.
It's fine. I just drop it for no reason.
So you use you said your ring of telekinesis?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you pick up a random item that's nearby, kind of chuck it. You do make sure that it's not anything to like actually harm the guards, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you find just some kind of like piece of wood or something, not something that's gonna actually hurt him, and you chuck it across. And it does hit him in the back of the head. He's wearing a helm, so it kind of like dong.
Sorry.
Nice.
You see him pause and he looks around. He's like, "Who did that?" And he's kind of very upset.
I kind of want to pick it up and throw it from another angle.
Must have been the wind.
And
Yeah, exactly. Must have been
and he just and he looks back at the boy. "You best watch your tongue, boy. Next time you say something like that, I'll be wearing that tongue around my neck." And the two of them walk off. The kid just sits up very slowly. You see him kind of wiping the blood off of his face. gathering whatever might have fallen out of his bag, putting it back inside.
I'm wondering if I should help this. Like, no, I've helped him enough. I need to move on. Gonna see if there's any other like patrols with people around or anything else.
Oh yeah, you can see this place is very like heavily patrolled.
Damn it! I need to find a sneaky route. Hmm. I'd like to go back down and go in the opposite direction of the voices, like, instead of going towards the market.
So you're heading back towards the shop that you just came from?
Yeah, and then I'm taking the opposite street.
So you would be heading down this way, or you would be heading this way?
That way.
This way or this way?
No, you had me here, and you said I went up to here.
Yes.
I'm gonna shoot. Yeah, I'll go that way.
Okay. So.
Can you check your DMs real quick?
Sure. I don't know. What are you supposed to be looking for? I don't know.
Okay. I'm
I
trying
don't
to
play
figure
your
out
character.
I know where am I going from here is like my biggest question. It's like,
I mean, you should have asked them before you left the group.
I know they wanted me to find out where the other people are, but I'm trying to see, like, should I try to find like a way to sneak around all the guards to get to like the main castle or something, or
That's however you want to play this out. You know what your original job was, and you did your original job. Also, you know that that big building is not a castle, it's a bank.
money? No, okay. All right, I'm gonna come back and inform them that up ahead's the market. Instead of going the other direction, I'm gonna inform them that up ahead's the other market, and that the guards here seem to be pretty big assholes and on edge. Did I notice any other guards while I was making my little journey back and forth?
No, you didn't notice. You would have noticed that the further out you get from the city, the less patrol there is.
Pretty obvious. Oh, so they're okay.
So this inner ring where you are currently at, that whole area would more than likely have a decent amount of guards. The center would have the most, and then kind of going back out, obviously the less.
All right. Dan's gonna come back to the group and just be like, all right, guys, I know that there's guards up ahead at like some kind of marketplace. Where do you want to go from here? Like,
Don't we have to find a person?
We have to find Morwen, and we have to find
2 people, yes.
a lump of. Yes.
Oh, it's a lump? That's not a very nice way to describe a person, Omen.
It's a lump of sleeping bag, something like that.
I believe the description was a walking sleeping bag.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see anybody matching that description while I was walking to
No,
I really
you
doubt
did
it.
not.
See a scent.
Highly doubt that he would be showing like that.
Okay. Are we going to have a problem for those of us who don't look like you and Arthos?
I don't think our options were going to be stealth.
Probably not.
Great.
And something tells me the church is going to take notice of an armored paladin walking around the town fully armed.
What, you don't want to take off your armor?
He just like gives Eros a deadpan look for a second, then smirks like, well, now's not the time. But no, I don't want him to remove my armor.
I have an extra cloak on me.
I have anything either.
No, I'm saying, like, you could put that over your armor.
No, it'll muffle the look, but it won't muffle the sound.
Just say you're really into weightlifting.
Just try to be quiet, maybe?
Give me. We'll see how well this works. Give me the cloak.
Okay, I'm gonna hand him the cloak. Also, can I shred up, like, some pieces of cloth, like, from, like, an extra set of clothing, and try to, like, help him muffle his armor? And I would guess by now that that greater invisibility spell's probably worn off.
An hour, isn't it? Or is it
It's
shorter?
a minute. It's a
What?
minute. Yeah, it doesn't last
Only
very
a
long.
minute? Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other reason that I was like, yeah, I can't go very far or do much, because it's like, let me run over here, check around the corner,
Oh,
there's
yeah,
no
that's
one there, go back.
It'd be way too powerful otherwise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, an hour of being able to do basically anything you want invisible, yeah, that'd be pretty broke.
Ben's dream.
Roll
Yeah,
me. Survival, please.
me?
Yes,
Survival.
it's the very last one.
I did my best.
You tear off some of the fabric, and you're kind of squeezing it in places that you feel like could make the most noise. It doesn't look good. Obviously, you have very large pieces of fabric just kind of hanging out everywhere, but kind of
I shove
moving
it.
around a little bit. It doesn't make as much noise.
You have an extra bit of cloth down the codpiece.
If you're gonna touch the codpiece, you're getting stabbed. I think between that and the cloak, it might work.
Yeah, even I'm not feeling very positive about this plan.
You know what? No, it's not bad. I mean, it could be better, but
It could be worse.
exactly. See? Now you're getting it.
I could easily play distraction if we need to have
I'm
others slip
also-
away.
Very charming.
You know what?
Agreed.
So am I not.
Oh no! I'm going to like, you see Eros lean down and he whispers into his armor, and it goes from like his like flowy like white open shirt to just something like darker and dingier and brown to be less flashy.
You know, an evil part of me wants to use prestidigitation to dirty to dirty his armor and his clothes. Be like, nah, he just looks like a homeless guy.
I won't kill you, it's fine.
I think he would kill me. That's why I'm not doing it.
No, then it's actually a good idea. As long as I'm not covered in shit, I'll be okay.
I am now purposely looking for horse. No.
Arthur slowly draws his blade. I am purposely looking for horse shit.
Just kidding, just kidding.
No, put the no. We oh god.
It's now. I'm gonna use prestidigitation. It is now. His outfit now looks magically dirty.
Looked for the sentient sleeping bag in this building before we go out there.
We know that there's not a burnt down lump of sleeping bag, so that much is okay.
Kicking around this building, I don't see a rolled up sleeping bag.
Or a trapdoor?
Just
You know, that's actually a really good
searching.
point.
If there's a basement.
Yeah.
Why not?
Do the little searchy search.
All right. Those of you who are searching, can you roll me investigation, please?
Can do.
I will help somebody. There you go.
I don't think it's that.
I mean, he needs help, but
He needs all the help you can give him.
I feel like I've never noticed the confetti going across the screen. Maybe.
Actually,
Only
because
for
he
him.
helped, I want to roll again and see if I just get another nat 20 because that'd be hilarious. Oh,
it's a
And then
3.
you get a 1.
Yeah. All things perfectly balanced as they should be.
So all of you kind of working together, Arthos, it's a little difficult for you because every time you move, like the bits of fabric kind of, it makes it a little more difficult for you to actually maneuver around because everything's kind of pinched together.
Yeah.
Eros, you kind of, walk around with Arthos. You're helping him look. Q, you're walking around with Thend, and as Thend's looking, you're kind of gesturing like, "Oh, have you checked here? Why don't you check over here? Oh, why don't you look under there?" And Thend, with Q's bit of guidance, you manage to find underneath, almost like it is burnt down. It's a shelf, but the shelf just kind of does seem a little out of place. You do manage to kind of like push it over, and as it kind of almost falls down, you notice that there appears to be what looks like a doorway behind it.
Oh, I think I found something. Foreman Noman. Because like a foreman at a job site, he's just pointing at things. You should probably look there. You should probably do that.
This is all telepathically, of course. Let's check it out.
I will use telekinesis to pick it up because I think with telekinesis can pick like 1,000 pounds up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You have no
I will-
idea how much I want to say roll me a strength check just just because I know it'll get you mad. But no, you use
She's got the
telekinesis
power.
and you manage to lift this little door. It's cold. You see that there's a ladder covered in frost.
Oh, okay. So it's like leads into like some sort of freezer. That's cool.
I can go check it out.
Yeah, we should definitely check it out. By the way, when I lifted that door, I made sure it looked like I was literally lifting it by hand. It now looks extremely strong, but definitely not.
Wow, you opened that door all by yourself?
Not talking about like with all the debris and stuff still on top of it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll go ahead. I guess I'll go ahead and jump down. Like, how deep is this hole?
You're not able to tell.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna use that ladder. I'm not dumb. No, it's funny. It'll be like 100 feet deep, and I'll fucking break my legs.
It's like
You're a
you
monk.
jump. She's just like, yeah. So you're falling for like 40 seconds.
You're a monk. You can avoid the damage.
Yeah, you're fine.
Monk shit. However much of a monk, anyway.
But yeah, I'll jump down, and we have an emergency at the house real quick. I will try to take care of that.
That's fair. You will try to... I've got to have something, right? Where is... No.
I could just climb down.
Oh, I forgot I have that. Blended.
Yeah, go ahead and climb down.
Okay.
Do I see
Q is
anything?
Q is
down
already
here?
heading.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought he was still deliberating at the top. I was like, just go down the
Nope.
ladder.
Just go down the stairs.
Just kick him down. If you don't do it, I'll make sure you do it. I don't know if I can. That's what gravity's for.
What do we find? Slowly we move.
Trip
And
down
since
the
they've-
ladder.
Since they've stepped away real quick, I've got to step away for a moment. I've got somebody coming over.
Rung by
no.
rung.
Through the window.
It's icy. You may trip.
Sorry about that. I had to remove glass from a child's finger.
Oh no!
Owie.
But yeah, so somebody's heading down.
Yup.
You.
Q's
That
heading
by
down.
my. Yeah.
All right, so Q, you start to make your way down. Then, are you going down with him, or you letting Q go by himself?
Yeah, I was going down with him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so who's going first? I just need to know.
Why not Q?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors,
We
not
can
me.
we can roll these.
Rock, paper, scissors, not me.
Rock, paper, scissors, lizard spot.
I really want somebody to say that to me one day. In real life context. I'm gonna mute myself for 5 seconds.
Yep. Q first.
All right, so Q, you make your way down this ladder, and you see that there's frost on it, but the ladder itself feels warm. When you get down to the bottom, it's dark. You can kind of make out shelves on either side. It's, I'd say, probably like a good 8-ish feet wide. There's shelves on either side, and they're kind of just going straight down on both sides. You see halfway through that there's another shelf in the center as well, kind of separating into sections. from where you're at, you can see that there's things in there. Just a lot of frozen meats, frozen doughs.
No frozen people. Let's see. And this is still like this is at the bottom and everything?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. I think I would try to use but there's like not much light down here, only what's coming from above.
Yes.
Okay. Q will use prestidigitation on something to try and get a little illumination in here, a little spark of light. See if he can spot anything else with additional light. Yes, presto.
Yeah, Joe.
So you cast that, and you see something out, like almost at the other end of this space. It's about, as I said, about 8 feet wide. You're looking at probably about maybe 8 to 10 feet in length as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you see something kind of in the corner. It glints a little bit, and then it kind of hides. You see it just disappears. Like it glints and then it disappears.
Let's see. He's going to use 4 sorcery points to cast Detect Thoughts. And try to sense the figure there. If it is a humanoid figure.
It has no thought. You're not able to sense it.
Concerning. Oops, I already consumed points. Let me see. Is that second? Yep. Okay. So, cool. Then that was 2 points. He still has a telepathic connection to Thend, and he's going to say to Thend, something moved, but not getting any thoughts here. Might
You're
want to
muted.
join me.
Werewolf.
Oh, there's not really a bunch of light down here.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to reach into my quiver of Alona. Apparently, things on that you have in other compartments in D&D and Beyond does not transfer when you try to transfer it into the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to reach in and pull out a torch, and I'm going to light it with prestidigitation, just so we can actually see down here.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm behind him, at least he might be able to hide in the shadow instead of just being surprised.
You do that, and it's like the air begins to get colder around you. It almost feels like there's wind surrounding you, trying to snuff out this candle or this torch.
Kind of makes sense. There's magic down here to keep things cool. It'd be trying to get rid of sources of heat.
But you see, when you do that, another glint, and you hear this very faint, almost like glass tapping on glass, like a ting 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 It's very, very soft and is kind of echoing around you.
Don't really like that.
Ooh. Hmm.
Can I try to investigate that? You said that something kind of like sparkled in the distance.
Yes.
Can I try to investigate, see what it is?
Go ahead, roll investigation, please.
Yay. This is how I die.
Q will remind him, unless it's something dangerous, let's let it be.
As you investigate, you move closer towards this glinting light, and you're almost certain you see a face looking back at you.
That's terrifying.
But it's low to the ground. It's pretty small. And then you see another glint. And you look up and you see that there's another one on a shelf. And then you see more glinting. And it's like almost all of, it looks like all of the ice begins to kind of almost come alive.
It's time to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what you see.
I didn't see what I see.
It is an NPC's
NPCs and art. Oh boy.
It's adorable.
Oh no,
God,
that means
I
it's
want
terrifying.
No, because it's adorable.
Be there.
Has nobody watched Galaxy
Why am I
Quest?
upstairs?
We can be friends.
You better bring me one of those upstairs right now.
Ooh. Does it feel like it's acting predatory, or is it just like interested in the fact that someone's down here?
They haven't made any moves to surround you. They just kind of seem to be either getting away from you or just kind of staying in place and watching you.
Find anything?
Some weird
Mentally.
sort of like ice creatures. He's gonna send that back to you. He's gonna be pointing them out, trying to see if you notice them.
Q, as he mentions this, now you start to notice that little glinting kind of getting closer towards you. Not close enough to be threatening, but they are almost like within eyesight now. They're just looking at you. You see them kind of smiling.
It's
We should let them be.
This is gonna sound
Probably.
crazy, but can you talk to them?
Can sense them with thoughts. Doubt that I'd be able to speak with them. Yeah, I don't have any fun spells like... Oh, wait. Do I have a fun spell like that? No. No, I don't. Had to check the items. Well, I think... yeah, I think he would just say... Don't know what I would be able to speak to them with. We should just go. Or at least back away.
Yeah, you can go ahead and back away. I'm gonna put like the torch down near the back of the room near the stairwell.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to cast Comprehend Languages.
Mhm.
Because I want to try to talk to these things.
Okay.
This is how Than dies.
No, this is how Finn's Pokemon journey begins.
You already got one starter. You need more.
I've got Demon Cat, Tentacle Cat. Now I'll have Frost
You're-
Teardrop.
I was gonna say your demon cat's going to hate you.
But yeah, I'll cast Comprehend Languages, and I will try to say, "Hey, little buddies, what are you doing down here?" Trying to get to see if they'll. Try to Comprehend Languages. You can cast it. I believe in you.
Do you though?
The only thing you hear from the thoughts is blood, murder, death.
That would be super bad.
Rock, rock, rock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll just pretty much come up to them, just be like, "Hey, little buddies, trying to act unthreatening as I can to an ice cube." I don't know.
So
Firebringer wants to talk to us.
you
The claw.
the claw.
I love them. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you cast comprehend languages and you start talking to them. And you see a couple of them look at each other, and you hear this as almost like, it almost sounds like water talking, like water gurgling, but it also sounds like their footfalls, like glass kind of raining down very softly. It's like a very soft tinkling sound. And
Awkward.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem kind of a little happy that you are speaking to them then. And you hear, sweets, sweets, sweets.
They're
Sweets
sweet little beans.
Sweets didn't come through with us, did she?
No.
No.
Nope.
Damn it, Sweets. You've abandoned them. I know comprehend languages allows me to understand, but
You
I don't know
cannot
if it.
speak. Unless
Right.
you have
No.
it, you cannot speak.
That
with
would be tongues.
Hold on, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna scroll through the spell book. It might be kept as a ritual. I never know.
them. I highly
No.
doubt it.
No. Yeah, I don't have it. That sucks. Me as a player, I realized it was Aquan. Would I know that it's Aquan?
Would he know Aquan exists?
Based on your job, I would say you would know that it's Aquan, but you obviously do not speak it yourself.
Okay. Yeah, that would make sense. Would I know the derivatives that Aquan falls under? Because I know that the script is. Oh, I can't remember. I think the script falls like either under like Sylvan or Dwarven or something like that.
Dwarvish.
It's Dwarvish,
Mm-hmm.
and the language family.
Aquan is. Hold on,
It's
that's
a sub
3.5.
thing of primordial.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask if anyone can speak Primordial.
I don't know what I don't know. I
Hmm.
have to look at my sheet again. No, I do not.
I can only speak Draconic and Elvish otherwise.
Dang it. Can anyone write in Dwarvish? Please,
God,
someone.
no.
I chose Common and Elvish. I made a mistake.
I mean, the dwarves can write it.
Mm-hmm. We didn't bring any.
What are you doing down there?
Um,
Why
I'm
do you need
talking
be
to.
primordial?
I'm trying to talk to some of the cutest creatures that I've ever seen. Barring it just,
And
barring the displacer
then
me.
you feel a swat to the back of your head. You saying the cutest. But am I not the
I said,
cutest?
I said one of the.
Oh no.
And you see BL's
Speaking
kind of
of being the
slowly
cat.
materialize in front of you. And he's staring at these little ice cubes. Disgusting.
Beals, can you speak to them?
I can speak to whoever I want. I'm not speaking to ice. What do I look like?
But we're on a mission. We're trying to figure out where some people have gone.
And
Did they
the ice
Did they
cubes
understand you?
locked
Yay!
in this cellar are going to know how to communicate and relay this information to you.
They might have been able to tell us something about the sounds that they've heard recently, or something. You never know. You won't know until you try.
Roll persuasion.
Persuade my own. Ah. I'm sorry. Charisma's not my thing.
Oh my god.
Damn.
So yeah, you so you go and try to persuade BLs to talk to the ice cubes, and you see them kind of open their maw as if to speak, and then they yawn. They do that big cat stretch in the air. And then they start to slowly float over towards Q, just kind of resting on his shoulders. We should
But
probably go before
Joy.
these little things try to eat you.
Eat us?
How do you think
Did they
that,
understand you?
Sweets makes those delicious little red icy treats?
On second thought, no, but I think we might need to go upstairs.
Did you ask them if they knew of anything for Adam?
Sadly,
Right? We did hear the
uh,
name.
I can say Adam, but I don't know if they're gonna understand. They're asking for sweets.
Mm.
Adam? Do you know where Adam is? I'm trying to like speak to him. I'm pretty sure they're just gonna look at me like I'm retarded.
And you're speaking to them, and again they kind of look at you. You hear that bubbling, tinkling sound. And you mention Adam, you see a couple of them kind of perk up, and they start to kind of jump around.
Mhm.
You hear Adam, Adam, Adam.
All right, climbing up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, well, they know he exists. That's about it.
Good to know.
Thanks for your help, little buddies. Shuts the door
Did you guys find the sentient backpack?
to the icy demon spawn. We
Not
didn't
yet.
see anything like that down there, did we? I don't think we did.
What was that?
We didn't see a sleeping bag, a
No.
padded roll down there. No. What the?
Why then what took you so long?
We were trying to. We found these little creatures down there made out of ice. They're absolutely adorable. Beal says they might, eat people, but I'm not sure about that. He might
you
just
guys close the
being
door?
butthole. Yeah, I
Yes.
shut the door.
Okay.
Can't
I
let it
feel-
fall down there.
Yeah, and plus, the heat might go in and thaw them. I don't know. I do
Um,
feel terrible about trapping them down there, though, in the darkness. That's kind of like really jacked.
As you go to close it, you do see a couple of them kind of surrounding the ladder, looking up at you.
Oh,
And they're just smiling up. They're like, bye, bye, bye.
oh my god.
Okay, I'm just
This
gonna
is their
wave
life.
bye. I'm just gonna wave bye as I close it and feel like total crap. And I'm gonna.
So we've definitely found the water starter. Well, didn't help us find him.
Yeah, we definitely didn't see anyone down there. The thing is, I'm pretty sure y'all heard me, but can anyone speak primordial or write in dwarvish?
Neither.
No, negative, sorry.
Damn it. Okay, it was worth a shot. Well, that was a bust. I mean, if worse comes to worse, though, we could. How heavy was that door whenever I lifted it with telekinesis?
It
It
was
still
very
had-
heavy. It's one of those like really big metal heavy doors, like
Hmm.
like I would say almost equivalent to like a bomb shelter kind of door.
So if we threw some guards down there, shut the door.
With those sweet little things at the bottom?
Tell them freeze.
Not just say, hey, are y'all hungry? And just toss them down there. Apparently, red snow cones. That's apparently how they're made. I really don't believe Bill's
With
on
guards.
that, but whatever.
So do we just start blasting or try to sneak around?
I feel like we should try to sneak around.
Yeah.
Do we want
I
a
mean-
distraction so that others may?
I could make a distraction pretty easily.
I feel like a distraction would automatically let them know that we're here.
I need all of you to roll perception, please.
Agreed.
Oh shit.
I don't like the fact she said that.
Nope.
I don't like the fact she says anything.
Jesus. Others can roll that number too, right? Just saying.
Wait, I have advantage. I have advantage. Where's my other? Give me
You do have
better.
advantage.
Damn.
No,
Oh, wow.
you bastard.
Guys,
Womp
look at the chat.
Mm-hmm.
He's back.
womp. He made it.
No, you can roll perception as well.
I've been back. You fuckers broke my phone.
We did break his phone. Yay!
See, I told you. I was like, after I called, I was like, on second thought, I wonder if calling this many times is gonna fuck something up.
It was all out of love, man.
Oh, no, love.
So, let's see who got what. Okay, so Thend, Arthos, and Nomen, and Kartog.
Everyone but me.
Eros, you're a little too kind of just preoccupied with the thought, that there's these cute little ice blocks downstairs.
I am, actually.
Fair.
I can't lift the goddamn door.
And the rest of you hear kind of more talking around you. Again, it sounds like that usual patrol coming by, and it's getting louder.
Ruh-roh.
Yep. Immediately, puts a finger up to his lips and kind of puts his hand towards Arrows. I'm like, shh.
Who's trying to lift back open this door so he can see the little
Yeah, he's
ice
like, "Shh."
blocks. But it's so heavy, and he's just like, stops like mid mid attempt.
Finn's just like, do you even lift, bro?
Oh really?
Finn lifts it with one arm using the ring.
I'm going to dispel magic on that ring one day.
Oh, please don't. That would break my
About
heart.
to kick Finn down there and just leave the door closed.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he's like, he just puts a finger up to his lips and he's kind of gestures around him. Do I know like the average size of a troll is like 2 to 4 roughly?
Yeah.
Yeah. He just makes that motion of like walking with his fingers and then holds up like a 2 to 4, and he just kind of points around him.
Oh no, I have an idea. I have an idea, but it might be really bad, or it could be really great. And I want you to know there's no in between.
What?
A raised eyebrow.
Same.
I'm tempted to see this.
Are we okay with that?
What are you doing?
It's like I said, it's either going to be really bad or really great.
Just do it.
Okay.
Arthas just sighs and like slowly draws his blade, trying not to make any noise with it.
And I'm going to slip up and before walking out, I'm going to try to gauge how many people are going to be out there. If I like walk out, can I see before I fully exit how many people there are?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're kind of like poking your head out. You you see 3 guards. You see 2 of them in the front, and then you kind of see the helm of the 3rd one.
3. Okay. Doable. So I'm going to slip out and I'm going to clear my throat and cast Charm Person at 3rd level, which means 3 people. Like I said, it's either gonna go real bad or it's gonna go fine. And there's gonna be no in between.
Arthas is ready to jump
Excuse
out.
me?
Eris walks up. Hey, boys.
Excuse me. Excuse me, guys.
And you see the guards kind of come to a stop. Hello? Can we help you with something?
I'm sorry. I'm really not. I'm kind of lost, actually. And I'm not having the best day. You see, like I was wearing kind of pretty clothes, and now I'm wearing this, and it's been a rough day. Oh no. Oh.
Back
Why
there, you
does it
can't
gotta
see
be
it, makes it so
private?
I know, man. It makes it so much
Stress
worse.
Because
I will walk a little bit closer to kind of gauge their reactions.
And the 2 in the front, they kind of just look you like up and down, like almost like scrutinizing you, just trying to figure out like what your deal is. You see the one from behind like start to slowly draw his blade.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. It's just that, this place, I thought that used to have treats inside of it or something, and obviously now it's burnt down and no more treats for anyone, right?
Totally not working for you.
Stop it. Shut up.
And the two in the front, they kind of nod.
Is the one in the back still drawing his blade?
He's kind of like he has his hand on the handle. He's kind of like slowly, not drawing it out as in like to attack, but like waiting, just in case there is an attack.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, well, no, they it was just a charlatan. They were swindling people out of money. We ended up chasing them out, and shortly after that, their building ended up catching on fire. Actually,
Oh my
pretty
god,
sad.
that's terrible.
It is, yes. We were actually planning on, keeping the establishment running, but they kind of just shrugged, not really sure what happened.
Man. Do I visually see the symbols that we know might be on one of these cards?
You do not see the symbols on them.
And are these elves?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you got the charlatan out of here then. Wouldn't want people being swindled about here.
No, you're right. We wouldn't.
Thank you for doing your best to protect us.
Yes, of course. You said that you were lost. Did you need help getting back to the center of the town, or?
Rocky doesn't think that far ahead. Oh, I was honestly just going to take in the sights again and just till I found my way back. But if you wanted to do that, that would be fine too. There are so many pretty things around here.
Hey, DM, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
While she's had them distracted this whole time, could I have picked up 3 really big rocks from the debris and just lifted them up above their heads? I mean, just, 50, 60 feet up.
One object at a time.
Oh, in that case, I just want to pick up the biggest piece I can find that will fit over all 3 of them and drop that.
The closest ones would be the two that are talking to arrows. The third one is a couple paces behind them.
You all must be real popular. That armor is so nice. Very shiny.
Yes.
I'm seriously picking up like one gigantic rock that's over the 2 that she's talking to. Trying to make sure.
Away? Oh, go ahead.
Are
Go
you
ahead.
guys out with arrows? Because arrows has walked out and is
Not.
down the street.
That's why I was gonna ask. How close are we?
Yeah, you guys aren't close enough. Like you can hear the conversation, but you cannot see them.
As much as I appreciate the walkabout, I think I'm just going to enjoy some of the fresh air.
And you see the two that you're talking to. They nod. All right. Well, enjoy Grimheller.
Do you guys ever? This is really weird. I'm sorry. It's just, I swear to God that I saw a sleeping roll walking the fuck around here. And I don't know if I was hallucinating or not.
What's your passive?
Out of the corner of your eye.
You
My
see a sleeping
passive
bag.
is as I'm looking for where the fuck that is.
Look where perception is, and then right next to it, you'll see like in parentheses a little number.
The
That's your
gray,
passive.
15.
When you mention the walking sleeping bag, the first two don't really seem to. They just kind of shrug. Never seen a walking sleeping bag before. That'd be a little odd.
Really fucking weird, right?
The third one, you catch for like a moment that he almost kind of narrows his gaze. It's very quick. And then he sheathes the blade again. We need to be going. If there's nothing else that we can help you with, sir, then we'll be on our way.
No, I'm sorry. That's fine. Have a good day. Oh, before we go, and I grab one of the ones by the arm that I was talking to. What's your name?
Oh God.
And they look at one another, and then they look back at the third one.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm breaking protocol. Go ahead.
It's. And you see, like, the first two kind of, they want to say their names. And the third one just kind of, we need to leave.
Oh, yeah, sure. Have a good day.
You as well. And he kind of ushers the other two down the street. And they disappear from sight. Those of you inside the building, you do see the guards walking past.
Eros is gonna walk the opposite direction for a short period of time, just so he's not going right back into the building. But I will cast. I'm gonna cast Sending, and to. Fuck it, I'll send it to Kartog. So two of them are dumb, and one of them definitely knows what the sleeping bag is, but charm didn't work. And that's all you get.
Right, so two of them are dumb. One of them knows where the sleeping bag is.
Now's a perfectly fine chance to grab one of them and ask some questions.
Do we know which two?
No, we don't know which two.
I'm gonna take my little bit of time, walk around the little square, and then try to make my way back to the shop.
Arthos just looks around at the rest of them, just kind of, their leaving clock's ticking. What are we doing? He still has his sword and shield out and he's kind of ready to move.
Yeah,
So
might as
we
well.
can try and do this quietly, but quietly isn't really our strongest suit.
I can subtly do something.
Anyone else here that they kicked Sweets out? Called her a charlatan? Like,
Mm-hmm. Well, why do
After
you think he's ready to
torturing her.
jump out and stab somebody?
Let's go ask about them. Ask them about it.
that sounds like a great idea.
Sneak back in the building.
Yep.
So apparently they know. That makes me wonder,
I don't think two of them know.
Which one's the one that does?
The real grumpy one. The bigger one. The one that's... I would assume that they look like there's a captain of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I assumed. So, yeah, thank you. I don't know. I wasn't in the army, Arthos.
It's probably a patrol sergeant, but close enough. Good job.
I tried. Listen, one of them was not budging.
You got some information we needed, so genuinely, you did a good job.
They also
No?
believe that they kicked Sweets out because she was scamming people.
Hmm.
And then it just magically caught fire, apparently. Nothing to do with them.
Of course not. They would never. Well, you, then, if you want to see you can't intercept them and at least distract them. Some of the less quiet ones will try to approach from behind. Let's say we have a little chat with them. Though, it would be easier to kill the two and try to take the third one alive.
I
You
would
That'd be
know-
suggest
easy enough.
You hear a voice kind of just out in the street area. Killing them's not really necessary. They're just following orders.
Who is
Who
that?
is it?
Who is that? Whose
You
voice?
see,
Arrow's the
it's
only
a
one.
young kid, and you immediately recognize this as the kid who got his shit wrecked.
Hey kid, how's it going?
He says quietly.
He says quietly.
Yeah, right?
Glad you got away from those guards earlier.
No thanks to whatever gods are out there having my back.
Throwing an apple at the back of their head. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Slowly look at Thend.
He's like purposely not looking at any of you.
Look, I heard you all very, very loudly talking about killing some guards, and I'm going to tell you there's no point in that. You're going to be killing people who absolutely don't need to be killed. I mean, if that's your thing, I don't really care. But I have friends who work in the guard, and I would rather them not be needlessly killed.
Right.
Who
and
should
are
be?
you?
I don't know, Robot Arthos.
What?
You turned into a robot at the end.
Uh,
Right, and you said right, and who are you?
Who are you?
Is this kid an elf?
No,
No, he was human.
he's
Human.
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 You could say that he's a John Eric human.
My name is Envin.
And then what?
Well, Envin, nice to meet you. I'm Thend. This is my friend Arthos. This is Kartog, and he points to Kartog, who is obviously very scary looking. The very nice one, this is Eros. And the very quiet one, this is Novin. We're just here looking for someone.
Adam.
Yeah. Do you know where Adam is?
I do.
But it's
Where?
going to cost us, isn't it?
That's the way it always goes.
Oh.
Basically.
I guess it'll cost us not killing the guards.
I can't stop you from doing that. I would just like it if you didn't.
I'd rather not kill any innocent people either.
That's fair.
Agreed.
Well,
By any chance, do you know who had sweets kicked out of her shop?
Yes, actually, I do know who kicks sweets out. It's, the leader of this, wonderful city you're in.
Who's the deemed leader?
Morwen. I'm not sure if any of you know her, but yeah.
unfortunately, I'm acquainted.
Die.
Oh,
No.
DM,
yes.
you said this place was burnt down, right?
Yes.
Is there any, like, pale ash left around?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic, because otherwise I wouldn't do this. Kartag's gonna start gathering some of, like, that pale ash, and he's gonna, like, fashion a bowl out of something, pour in a little bit of water and start, like, smearing it over his skin. To make him look a bit less green.
And you see the kid kind of watching you and looks back at the others. Well, as I said, it's Morwen. It seems that some of you are already acquainted with her. Yes, she's something. I will tell you that. Now, what I will tell you is she ran Sweets out of town for her safety. Sweets was the only person who actually cared about her, took her in, helped her.
Now, in fairness, we were going to help her too, but there was a miscommunication on the part of one of our party members, which led us from having to flee town. Well, no, it wasn't a miscommunication, it was a, Listen, you're not one of those little tattletale kids, are you?
I am if you pay me enough money.
I have 10 gold, and that is it.
Okay, listen. I'm going to put my faith in you, not to go spreading this around, because I can guarantee the 10 gold that we can offer you right now is more than anyone who would want to collect this could offer you. We were going to help Morwen with a problem. We had to leave town because we found out that the church was posting a bounty for us.
That was you guys.
That was us.
To be fair, I was not there when this happens. I just want to make that known.
Yeah, apparently if you murder a home full of nobles who are also vampires, people take notice.
Yeah. They do.
Wait, I don't remember that. You guys did what?
You weren't there.
We're not the ones with the bounty on our head then.
Oh, okay. Well, then we don't have anything to worry about.
Let's go
He,
one
ra-
round
No,
down.
it's just the rest of
he
them.
raises a hand to give Eris a high five.
Oh, Eris totally high fives him.
You're not wrong.
I wasn't
As long
there
as you
either.
recover any futures that might be perceived as non-human, you guys have the run of this place.
What is? I mean, if you know, what is with the church in this area?
What church?
I'm gonna take out the drawing of the symbol.
Hmm. Oh
What
yeah,
is
those
this?
people. The Church of Clothes Irons or something. I don't really know.
Close enough.
What did they mean to this town? What do you know about them? Besides not their name.
I know that Morwen doesn't like them. Anybody who's tried to cross to the north by coming through here, if they affiliated with them, they were part of them. Hell, if they even knew people, they usually were killed on the spot. Made an example of, that sort of thing.
Well, that's good.
Why? Did you want to join them?
No. I did not, thank you. I'm okay with that much crazy in my life.
But isn't he part of them? And he points over towards Arthos.
I stand in front of Arthos like it's gonna do anything. No.
And he shrugs. It's not my business. Now, you said you wanted to go find Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure about this?
All we want is the sentient sleeping bag.
I mean, if it's the sleeping bag you want, I can get that for you.
I turn and I look at the rest of them. Isn't
It's
Adam
the
in
lump
sleeping
inside.
bag?
No, it's the lump inside.
What?
Why are you asking?
So confused.
Why are you asking if we're sure about it? Is it going to be hard to reach him? Like, what's going on?
He's with Morwen.
In a willing capacity.
He's asleep.
That checks out.
It's almost like you have first-hand knowledge.
Morwen's, these past few years, she's kind of gone off the deep end. I don't really know what's happened to her. I don't really care. I'm not going to ask. And if she tries to tell me, I will probably just ignore her anyways.
Kid's got sass.
But I can tell you that she She hasn't been acting like herself.
You think she's cursed or something?
I mean, anybody who stays in Grimheller is probably a little bit cursed, don't you think?
Yeah, I kind of understand that.
But no, I wouldn't say that she's cursed. It's more... I'd say it's her wife.
What did her wife do?
What hasn't her wife done?
What?
This woman shows up. I'd say perhaps a month after you lot disposed of the Alexandru family. And she wooed Morwen. She sunk her teeth into her, if you will. No, before you ask, she's not a vampire. But this woman's... I don't know how to describe it. She was apparently a refugee from Eldheim.
What's her name?
Oh, I don't know. It seems to be slipping my mind right now.
All
Give him the
right.
gold.
I only have
Q's-
10 gold, you guys. And you
Q's
already
had it.
spent it all.
Q's had enough of this kid. He's gonna detect thoughts in this brat. And try to push through.
No, no, no.
Won't know any. Nobody's gonna know.
I'm just gonna flip him a gold piece. I don't mind.
Sugar Barbarian's got you.
Sugar
Sugar.
That's not a phrase I ever want to hear again.
I don't have a sugar barbarian.
Beautiful. I'll give him an extra 4 gold along with
Along with
James.
Eros's 10 gold.
Yeah, so
I guess not.
you guys pass him some coin and he's like, oh, right.
My money.
What was her name? What was her name? It started with a B, I think it was. Brianna.
Oh no.
Oh no, what?
Brittany.
Listen, kid, by any chance, does this girl have an eccentric style, black and red hair, and really likes makeup?
No, God's no.
Okay, good.
No, this. I think she said her name was Brem.
I don't know if I remember a Brem. Brem.
Yeah, Arthur's looks lost. I don't think he remembers Brem either.
I was stuck in Barovia for like a year, so I have no idea.
I'm sure we'll know when we see her.
So how do we get to Adam, kid?
No, I just take you there.
You have to remember, we're not only here for the sleeping bag, okay?
What else are we here for?
To get fucking fucking help with the
Oh yes, sorry.
wall.
Yes, no, yes, you're right. Shit,
You know, to save the world.
I forgot something else, Kartok.
Oh no.
We forgot. We forgot. A human shaped like Arthos's dad back at you know where, who wanted to come to Grimheller.
Can somebody just teleport him here?
Hey, you guys will notice that like Finn seems kind of catatonic at this point.
Can we just retcon the fact that we didn't bring him here and have him pop up somewhere?
I'm
He
going
can stay
to
there.
look over at the end, and then as like mid conversation with Kartog, just completely stop and like snap my fingers. And
What?
you okay?
Did
We just high fived, and then you went out.
Yeah, no, everything's fine.
You are
Like,
not fine. That is the biggest lie that I have ever seen.
did he just say Brim?
Ah, fuck. Oh no. Yes.
Do you mean like, do you know her last name by any chance? He can't be who I'm thinking of.
Kira? Kyra?
Kistam?
He snaps his fingers. That name. Yes.
She's not supposed to be here.
Who?
Oh, is this the sister?
This is
The
Brim.
one.
This is the one. This is the girl that I've been looking for. She's supposed to be in penance. It's got to be a mistaken identity.
And you see him just kind of shrug. I don't know what any of that is. I don't know who she is. I don't really care. I mean, he reaches in his pockets, and you see him pull out, like, looks like some kind of candy or something, and he starts to chew on it. So, do you want to go or not?
Oh, just
Before
take
we
us.
leave, do we have any way to teleport Arthos' dad here?
Do we still have? Is there enough
No.
chalk to chalk open a door?
Yeah, you have like almost like a full stick of chalk.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. You're going to draw a door. I'm going to cast sending and tell this man to get his ass to the because it appears in the Dwarven hall. Where does it appear to? Does it
Why
just appear
do
to
we
wherever we
need?
need it?
It appears to any place that is like where her shops are. So she would have just opened up a shop in the Dwarven ruins,
Okay.
so it would open to that new shop.
I don't know if we need him, but I don't like the idea of leaving him around all of those people.
Just tell him, if you need to come to Grimheller, we're gonna open the door for you. If you don't, you can stay there. Up to you, buddy.
I swear to God, if he gives me sass as soon as he walks through that door, I'm blasting. I'll
Do
nod
you really
for.
think this is worth the time and resources for?
I'm just I'm just saying. No offense, Arthos. I don't trust your dad. Somewhere
None
where
taken.
there are a lot of hidden people.
None taken.
And I make sure not to mention where that place is because I don't trust this kid either. So we leave him there, and we don't know what he's doing. Or at least he's here, and we know where he is.
Well, was it not him who asked to come with us here anyway?
Yes. It's up to you all. I will deal with my trust issues if we decide not to.
Just
Don't
go
feel
ahead and
he's
do it.
here.
Okay. So I will. Who has the chalk?
Q.
I'm gonna just send the message to Arthos's dad. If you want to get to Grimheller, get to Sweet Shop post haste, then answer this message when you get there. Okay, thanks. Bye. That's my 25 words.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
I'm going to cross my arms impatiently and wait.
It doesn't take long for you to get a response. No, I'm good. Thank you. Be careful
Don't.
out there.
Oh, I don't trust him. I don't trust him. He told us to be careful, and I don't trust that.
Let's get moving.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
let's get moving.
Swear to God, Arthos. I'm going to kill your dad.
Well, I don't particularly know him that well, so it hurt my feelings.
Lead the way.
And so he and Vin nods and gestures for you all to follow him. And he openly walks through the streets. He's not trying to hide. The guards, they see him. They kind of nod, just in greeting. And you can see that they nod towards the other people as well. And then they Envin kind of moves around, and eventually he comes over to a house over here on this side. She should be in there. And he kind of gestures straight ahead, and you can see kind of past the gate that there's almost like a courtyard, like a garden area. And you see a figure kind of kneeling by some flowers. They look like they're tending to the flowers. Well, you all have fun. Don't say I didn't warn you. And he
Right.
turns and walks off back towards the center of the town.
Is this person in the garden alone? Or is she with
Yes.
somebody?
You see she's alone.
Okay. Who all met Morwen before? Because the note wasn't all of us.
It was only Noman
Nolan and
and
Isa?
Isa. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Arthos just looks over to Q and just gestures to Morwen, like kind of with a questioning look on his face, like, "Sir?"
Does it appear to be?
Yes.
Q will nod. Seems so. At least physically. Let's see. We had. And they're just, you said that they're just like kneeling at a thing as if in like prayer at something?
No, like they're just tending to the garden.
Oh, just tending. Okay. How was it worded before? Let's see. I think Q would call out, saying he would step up and say, how do you say it? Yeah. Despite the words the wise friend had said, we still came to see here. Seems there's an issue.
Are you saying that to her?
Yeah.
You see, she kind of stops what she's doing, turns to look at you, and you can see that she has like some gardening clippers in her hand. I'm sorry, I don't. Who are you? Did you need something?
We met just once, and he'll disguise self back into the version of himself that would have been from that day, which doesn't look like it's allowing me right now. But it was only a brief moment some time ago. But we are in need of assistance against a common foe. I was the voice in your head not too long ago.
She kind of nods, and you see like she's trying to remember. Forgive me, I can't seem to recall. Well, please. You're free to speak. You said that we had a common enemy?
Looks over at Arthos.
Do you want to take this one, or should I, Arthos? Up to you.
You go ahead and take the lead.
We represent the unified North, a conglomerate of the Orcish tribes of the far north, the dwarves of the mountains, the various human and non-human cultures upon the surface of the northern plains. We are a conglomerate which have formed in order to drive the Iron Church from Aes'Taldon. we humbly request the aid of Grimhella in doing so, and as a result, the aid of the elves of the mainland, the free elves, I should say.
And she nods. To kind of like let you know that she's listening. And you needed my assistance with what? Are you asking me to be a part of a war that we're not involved in?
I think it's more we're asking you to be a part of a war that will inevitably come to you no matter what you do to hide from it.
Last I remember, the church was quite involved with Grimhella.
She shakes her head. No. As far as I can remember, the church has never been involved in any of Grimhella's affairs. What people do in their free time has nothing to do with Grimhella as a whole. We've done our best to stay out of everyone else's politics.